Hey guys, what is up? In today's video, I'm going to share with you my learning that I've gotten from launching Facebook ad accounts from zero to spending like 1 lakh in a week, 1.5 lakh in a week, 2 lakhs in a week, and then making them like they're getting in return, making 5 lakhs, making 4 lakhs, making 6 lakhs in 1 week. So at 4x return on ad spend, 5x return on ad spend, doing that consistently for a period of time, and then seeing those same businesses fail. Okay, so I'm going to talk from my experience of failures today. While the start of that journey was not so much like we were failing, we saw that we are making so much money and businesses were growing and everybody was happy, but ultimately it led to failures. And that's the reason why not failures but almost failures, and that's the reason why in today's video, I want to share with you my learning, my understanding of the funnel psychology, of why it is imperative for us to understand funnels and the psychology behind funnels if we want to build a business utilizing the power of advertising, paid media. So whether you do ads through Facebook or you do ads through Google, any advertising channel you choose to dive into, it is important that we understand the psychology of funnels. Now, so let me first tell you that when I was making, like, my clients were making these money, not clients, but one of the clients specifically, and he was doing like he's spending 1 lakh in a week and then making 4 lakhs back, 5 lakhs back. And I've shared some case study based videos, like training kind of formats with PPTs in the past. You can browse through my channel and you'll find those videos. So he was making like 4 lakh, 5 lakh in a week. So that was like 4x, 5x return on ad spend, and it was a lot of money. Not with a lot of products that he was selling, or not like he was selling like 3 products and then overall he was making this much of money. He was just selling, he was just selling like one upsell, right? So with only one core upsell, he was making like 4x, 5x return on ad spend, which was great. But I kept on telling him that I can see that you are walking towards and you're moving towards a dead end, and it is high time that you focus on your lifetime value. And while I kept on telling him that, he didn't listen, and ultimately the time came when he started to experience losses. So what I want to go ahead and talk about today is the funnel psychology of what exactly is the psychology behind funnels and why it is important for any business to have funnels if the business wants to sustain, okay, especially at scale, and every business wants to scale, right? So first of all, understand that funnels are a mechanism to create desires, right? So that's the first thing. Funnels helps us create desires. It's one thing to fulfill the desires and to serve the desires that already exist. That's one thing. And that's another thing to create new desires. And funnels, the way I like to look at funnels are like a mechanism that helps us create desires in our marketplace. Now, you will find different funnel ideas and strategies out there. Like if you're in a service business, you will find low ticket funnel ideas, high ticket funnel models. You'll find different types of funnel models. And also if you're doing e-commerce business, and you're going to find in e-commerce there are different funnel ideas and funnel models. But ultimately, it all boils down to this one fact and reality, that if the market is very much aware of your core problem that you want to solve, then you can probably have a shorter funnel to begin with. However, there will be a point in time where you'll have to increase the lifetime value per customer. And why do I say that? And the logic behind that is that as you grow, as your business grows, even if you are today you're the first person who is doing something that you say that you're doing, selling whatever you are selling, ultimately there will be other people who will start to supply the same thing as you, which means the supply curve is going to rise, which means the supply is going to become ultimately more than the demand. And when that happens in economics, guess what happens? The prices start to go down. And when the supply is so high, and then suddenly, then comes a point where the entire market finds a sweet spot of that price point where then everybody starts to sell around that same price point, and then that's what happens. So ultimately, it is going to be all about understanding that number one, how much is my market aware of whatever the core problem that I want to solve. If the market is fully aware and I have a unique mechanism or a process or a product to solve that same problem, then I can have a shorter funnel to straight away present that, okay? If not, then I want to understand that ultimately if my market is not aware, then I can use the funnel psychology mentality and create those desires. Because if the market is not aware of the core problems I'm trying to solve today, then they will not buy, which means I'll have to educate them, which means I'll have to create the desires of why it is imperative for them to solve the problems that my business is trying to solve. And that's what funnels does. They create desires and they serve those desires then. So it's usually 9 out of 10 times I would say any business model is going to pursue this, whether you are low ticket model, you're following low ticket funnels, high ticket funnels, whatever, e-commerce, whatever business, affiliate marketing, whatever you do, it is the same thing. If you want to make money through Facebook ads ultimately at scale, then you have to work on funnels. And there's so many times I've seen these so many businesses fail. It happened with me also. That's why I can tell you with so much of conviction in what I'm sharing with you today, because it happened with me. I took my own personal ad account, my own funnel with Facebook ads to 30,000 per day. And I was also spending money on YouTube ads simultaneously, some bit of money. And I started to lose money at such a pace that I was like losing money at 10x speed, right? Not making a 10x ROAS or something, but I was losing at 10x. So I can tell you from my experience about funnel psychology. As soon as the supply rises, the demand, more than the demand in a marketplace, suddenly you will see that your cost to acquire a customer is going to rise significantly, because now there's so much of competition, which means if your cost is rising so much to acquire a customer, guess what's going to happen? Your profits are going to go down, which means you will have to work on increasing the lifetime value per customer. And how do you increase the lifetime value per customer? While there are different strategies that can be deployed, but ultimately it all boils down to these 2-3 different principles. Number one is you sell more to the same customer. Some other things, but more to the same customer. That's number one. Number two is you sell to the same customer at a higher margin, right? That also ultimately helps you increase your lifetime value per customer. Number three is you club these two together. So which means you sell at a higher margin and you sell more to the same customer. So now you have more profit, you have higher lifetime value per customer. Another way of doing that is you have some kind of recurring revenue system wherein you sell subscriptions or something like which keeps your customers coming back to you. How you thinking about how can you make people become your repeat buyers. And whatever business model you will choose to you pick up today and you will see the same psychology happening there. But can anyone follow that? No, it depends on the market's awareness level. Like for example, if my market is not aware of the actual problem I'm trying to solve and I want to charge say X amount of money, which is with a higher margin, say I'm following a high ticket model and I want to charge 1 lakh for it. But if my market is not aware of those problems and how big enough of those problems are, then I'm going to have to take them through a funnel in order for me to create desires in their minds, so that they realize, okay, this is why I need to have a desire, or I have to ignite that desire in them and ultimately make them buy from me, because they don't know. So it depends on it, how much aware the end user is and the market is. And I'll tell you, you look at anybody, like even if people pursuing high ticket funnels, they probably started with high tickets and they were selling only one product. But any product, you look at anybody who is successful today, any brand, a person who has built a brand, and you will see everybody having multiple products that they are selling. And it is only because the cost just goes high. And I'm sorry to break your heart, but that is the truth. You cannot advertise. So say, for example, if your cost to acquire a customer today or a lead today is 500 rupees, 6 months down the line, it is going to go to 600, 700, or maybe even more. That is just the truth of business, right? That's how businesses are built. So which means you'll have to work on your lifetime value per customer and coming up with an idea or a game plan and a strategy of how you can keep selling more to the same customer, and how can you make a complete business model out of it. That's how businesses are built. You look at any business model, you'll find the same thing. You look at Ankur Warikoo, he sells courses, but he's not just selling one course, he's selling multiple courses. Why? Because so many people out of who's buying his one course are going to buy more of his courses, which ultimately increases his lifetime value, which gives him more return on his advertising and overall cost that he is incurring in his overall business, marketing, advertising costs, etc. And I'm pretty sure he's going to keep launching it. But at the same time, you'll see some other different models in the same business niche, business industry. Like you look at Siddharth Rajshekar, he sells 2-3 levels, and the reason why he does that is because he's working on increasing lifetime value per customer. Why is it important? Because at scale, the cost is going to go high. Why? Because as a business opportunity grows, like if you're if you're a first person, the first mover in the market, your competition is going to arise at some given point. And when that happens, supply becomes more than the demand. And when that happens, the cost starts to rise because now there's so many people who are selling the same thing or sometimes even better things, and moreover at a cheaper price, because now these new businesses, small businesses who are going to come, they don't realize these unit economics that I'm explaining you, these psychological principles. So as a result, what they start to do is they start to offer things at a cheaper price. And even though you know from as an experienced entrepreneur that they are not going to survive, but what they end up actually doing is they end up disrupting the market, which confuses the end customer ultimately. And it's a loss for everybody. But the businesses who realize the importance of lifetime value per customer, they are the businesses that keep pushing through. You look at anybody in any business, you look at any brand, and you will carefully observe that they work very hard on making the people buy again from them, making them become their repeat buyers. You will find, whether it's high ticket or whatever, you will always see they have an ascension plan. They are ascending people from one product to the second product, which is by creating desires. So that's why I said funnels are a mechanism to help you as a business owner create desires. And funnels are important factors that contribute to your success in advertising at scale if you want to keep making a lot of money. Because if you think that you will be able to control the cost and still spend the same amount of money to acquire a customer 3 years from now, 2 years from now, then it's hard to accept what I'm saying, especially if you're just getting started. But what I'm telling you is the truth. It's not going to happen. No matter how great of a marketing agency you hire or how great or how talented you are, ultimately businesses are built by increasing lifetime value per customer. That is the reason why you'll see these business models, which are like, for example, Blinkit, right? And there are many factors that contribute to its success, of course, the problem it's solving, etc. But see why even the problem they're solving in itself is so amazing. By the way, Blinkit, the reason why Blinkit came to my mind is because I saw a rider here, a Blinkit rider, standing in front of me. So what I'm saying here is, but even though they're just selling household stuff, like typical daily stuff, groceries and etc. and all of these things, but still, because the problem they're solving is such that people become their repeat buyers. So it's not about they making money on the first transaction, but it's about how much money can they make over a period of time by making people coming back to them again and again. And because they're solving a problem which will ultimately push people to come back to them again and again, that's why this business is successful. Any business model, I'm telling you, e-commerce, anything, you sell services, it's the same psychology, I don't think it's a right pronunciation. Same psychology. So you'll find every business follow and implement the same psychology. You look at anybody in the digital marketing space, digital business space. You look at Siddharth Rajshekar, you look at Rajiv Talreja, you look at Ankur Warikoo. They all follow different models, but they have the same psychology. They are trying to get people buy more from them, right? So that's why I look at your market as how much aware they are. And if they are less aware, which is what is going to happen most of the times, then you will have to deploy a funnel, which means whether you want it or you don't, whether you like it or you don't, but you'll have to sell them a few times so that ultimately you can sell what you truly want to sell to them, which is by educating them, by creating a desire for your core product that you are selling, and then making the most ROI out of your advertising spend, right? And that's how you will continue to make a lot of money through Facebook ads. That's it from now. I'm going to see you in the next video. Have a good day. Bye.